Stitch and Stuff. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Kim.
And we're glad. Take 10. Yep, we're glad you're joining us today to talk about our stitching and other stuff.
It's not even a late night edition and we're goofy.
It's not even late. We're early today. But we've just, I don't know. At one point, the first try we took, I kind of like was counting dates in my head because we were starting to talk about the fact that this is the end of November. And then Mom was like, no, it's not. And then I was like, just like sitting there for like 10 seconds. Like, let's try that again.
Like, hello, there's nobody home.
We were just talking about how this is Thanksgiving, but because Christmas, you're chewing in my ear. Christmas is starts to us when Thanksgiving Day is done. So then my brain just goes immediately to, well, it's December now, like we're moving on. But
December 1st should always be the day after Thanksgiving.
It's just, we still have another half a week before December starts. So
okay.
So we do have one more actual Sunday in November. That's right. Yeah. Weird. I was thinking the next Sunday was December. So confused. Well, but Thanksgiving is upon us. And we're all making our plans and
we have a repeat of October weather. We've had like sun every day for the last week.
I found a YouTube channel that I'm going to send to you, Mom. You'd enjoy it. If you're in the Northwest kind of, or the coastal region, you probably enjoy it as well. It's geared towards the Pacific Northwest, but I forget what it's called now. I'll put the link in the description box, but it's a guy who basically does a weather report every day.
Does he? Oh, I would
every time I watch it, I'm like, Mom would like this channel. She would watch it every day. We love learning about weather.
I do. I should have been a weather person.
He takes kind of like the guy that you like that does kind of like a conglomeration of reports from Ukraine that what's his name?
Big Bro.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, but for weather. So he just takes different, graphs and charts and analyzes them, but it's like layperson language enough that I can follow.
It's not Scott Sistek, is it?
No. I think he's just an independent guy. Here, I'll look him up really quick.
Because we used to have a local weather guy that just was a real weather geek, and he worked for one of the stations here, one of the news stations, but he also had a weather blog, and he always had interesting facts, and he would do weather history. And anyway.
That's kind of what this guy is a little bit like. This is Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. So I'll link it. Actually, I can do a little hat and then that, and it'll link to that. But I was trying to see what his name is or anything, and it doesn't really say in his description, but it's Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. So I was watching and seeing that you haven't had rain for like days. I forget how many days he said. It's going on like 11 days or something.
It's been crazy. For November, crazy. We did have a little windstorm blow through on Monday or Tuesday it was sunny, but there was a windstorm. It caused a lot of power outages. Not here.
You're supposed to start getting rain, just so you know, around Tuesday, maybe, but probably by Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, no, but now it's saying now 6 o'clock tonight.
Oh, so you might get a little rain. Oh, maybe but you're talking about how the systems, the two systems that predict weather weren't in very good agreement about where those weather systems were going to go. So he still didn't know yet.
Well, that's a new update because we weren't supposed to get rain today. So that's been updated today. But no rain tomorrow and then rain on Tuesday. But again, phone apps, although they've gotten better.
Yeah, they're pretty accurate here, but our weather is a little more predictable than yours. You're new watching us. I'm in central Washington. Mom is on the other side of the mountains in western Washington. And your weather changes based on more like the ocean patterns and things. And I think it's more volatile. Ours tends to be more like, if they say it's going to snow, it's probably going to snow. Yeah. Like it's predictable within a few days, pretty accurately.
Yeah.
Liddy for school, one of my daughters, Liddy, is in 7th grade, and she's reading a book called The Weather Book, and it's by Eric Sloan, and it's all about weather and high pressure and low pressure systems, and it's been really interesting. Actually, I feel like I'm learning a ton reading it. It's a little bit complicated, so we've been reading it together.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
I couldn't have gone into weather reporting because I couldn't do the math. I'm sure they would have kicked me out of weather reporter school. I know when we lived in the Midwest, when you were little, I was always surprised at how accurate the weather reporting was. And that was 30 something years ago without all the fancy.
They could really tell what the systems were.
You knew if they said it was going to snow, it was going to snow. If it was going to be 100 degrees, it was 100 degrees. I mean, and here you just don't know because we have lots of water. We've got the ocean out there. We've got the Puget Sound. We've got the mountains on either side of us. It's crazy. It is crazy. And I could get snow and 30 minutes north of me won't get any snow, or vice versa, or 15 minutes east of me will get snow and I'll get sleet. I mean, it's very, very weird weather here. But anyway, it's been gorgeous. Your dad put lights up outside today, Christmas lights, took advantage of it. Clean the gutters.
Oh yeah, good.
Fun stuff.
Did he get up? He wasn't up on the roof, was he?
No.
Okay.
He was on a short ladder. He just does the gutters.
Just along the gutters.
Yeah.
I don't want him up on the roof.
No, he won't get on the roof. In fact, Austin came a few weeks ago and put our moss kill on the roof for him.
Oh, that's good.
I don't want him up there. Yeah. So anyway, we are in Washington State. Oh, and we are mother and daughter.
Yep.
And my granddaughters.
So
my granddaughters are around the corner getting ready to come on camera.
we're a multi-generational cross stitch channel, cross stitch and knitting and other stuff.
Yeah.
I think all three have something to show. Nope, Liddy doesn't. She just wanted to make a cameo appearance. Really. She did have a birthday yesterday, so I now am officially a parent of a teenager. Well, her birthday party was yesterday. Her birthday was on Thursday. So we've moved into 13. It's a new world. She gets to wear makeup now. We always told them when you turn 13 is when you can wear makeup. So she's got a little bit on. Daddy, I don't know if Daddy approves of the mascara that I ended up letting her wear, but she's wearing mascara.
Really?
So,
Oh, come on, let me see. Oh, I think it looks pretty.
Just brown, and she has like kind of a pink blush.
Yeah, it looks soft.
And a little lip gloss. I think the lip gloss is gone right now, but
yeah, doesn't look garish or anything.
no, I think it looks garish. You don't look garish. You look, it's fairly natural. It's just kind of enhancing rather than
yeah, which I think it should be anyway.
Yeah,
especially my age, and then it's covering up and.
Yeah, I think once you hit like 35, makeup plays a different function in your life. It's no longer feeling quite as optional for me every day.
Yeah, I don't go out without it.
Yeah, well, you never really have. You never did.
I didn't wear makeup for like most of 2020. I didn't. It was like the first time in my adult life that I didn't put makeup on every day. And then, but partway through 2020, I started getting my life together a little bit and actually putting on real clothes.
Oh, this is the new thing that we just are gonna live through now.
Yeah. I thought, okay. And then, so now I do. It's just part of my morning routine. And I just got to get it on. Even though I sit here, nobody sees me all day. I have makeup on.
No one sees you. Well, you see whoever you FaceTime, and that's about it.
Yeah,
Half the time when we FaceTime, your hair is not combed out. So it's back. It's really cool.
I back comb my hair in the morning, and then that's usually when everybody in my family tries to FaceTime me.
So you got a nice little bouffant going on.
This morning, all of this was just sticking straight up, like just stiff up.
After you blow dried it, like you.
No, when I got out of bed, it was just all upright. I'm like, how did I sleep last night?
Flat on my face.
I don't even sleep on my stomach. I don't know. I've never seen my hair look like that in the morning. I mean, it was bad in the morning, but it was particularly bad this morning.
That's funny.
What? Do you remember the time when you FaceTimed her and accidentally took a
Oh yeah, the girls think it's so funny that one time I accidentally took a screenshot of it.
Accidentally.
And then you almost sent it to Darren.
And then I was trying to send it to you, and I almost sent it to my husband's boss.
You did you?
No, I didn't. I realized as I you load the picture, then you hit send. I looked at the name before I sent it, and I was like, no, that's not supposed to go to him.
I'm gonna have to make sure that's true. I have to ask Darren.
It's true, huh?
It's true.
Yeah.
It really is true.
You did send
I was
him,
very relieved that I got it, because that would have been very awkward.
You did send him a picture of us three girls one time, like a
I
Christmas
did.
picture.
I don't know why.
And
it goes
you were
to him
trying to
sometimes.
send it.
But wait a minute though. Who did you send the picture to?
To you. I ended up sending it to you.
Did I don't remember ever getting a picture of you FaceTiming me.
I thought
It was a while ago.
this is like months ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was
I
like
don't
last
know.
year.
Last year. It was probably during COVID. I don't know. I don't remember when it was, but anyways.
You were in
Yeah.
Well, we have two girls with some crafting to show.
Okay.
Want to go first, Millie?
Yeah.
Show me.
So we kind of have the knitting bug going right now,
Yes.
partly because, well, it's cold. I think sometimes people like want to knit more when it's more cold out.
Also, I'm making a Christmas present.
Some gifting. Yeah, that's true. Making a Christmas present. So you want to show what you're working on?
Yeah.
Also, we're doing the knitting class where all the little girls are now, they have their project at our co-op, our homeschool co-op, that they usually leave there, but they've all gone home and started projects. So all the little girls are knitting a lot, which I think is so cute. So show us, honey, what are you working
Oh,
on?
wait, they started second projects? They
Yeah.
got one.
Like I'll get
okay.
texts from moms like, what kind of needles am I supposed to get them? Because they want to, do the one that they're doing at, we're
Yeah.
starting like hats, but they also want to work on another one while they're at home. Because I kind of want them to keep them at co-op so that they're
Right.
there each week and don't forget them and
Yeah.
show us.
Okay.
So then I'll get texts like, so-and-so is wanting to,
Making a hat for.
I feel like you might have just dropped a
Really?
stitch though. Can
Where?
you just show me?
Where?
No, I guess you didn't.
No,
Okay,
I didn't.
you're good.
Okay.
Show us. Wait, stop knitting.
I'm making a hat for our neighbor.
For your friend, neighbor.
What if she watches it?
She doesn't watch.
She doesn't watch us. No, I know.
And it's coming along really cute. Little roll brimmed hat. This is yarn I used to make Junie, my niece, a little heart warmer shawl. And it's so Junie, if you're watching, hi Junie. I know they watch us often.
She watches us.
Gets really excited. So that's the same yarn
I
that I
really
made.
like this yarn.
I like that yarn too. It was from Hobby Lobby, I think. It wasn't like
Mhm.
super
pretty
fancy yarn,
pastel.
but it's got such nice colors in it here.
Yeah.
Look, it's got grays and greens and pink.
Mhm.
I think I've stitched all the colors.
I loved it for her because my sister-in-law is kind of natural color. I don't know.
Yeah. She was kind of-
Cozy is what I think of. I think
Yeah.
the clothes that she puts in on Junie. So
Yeah. She wears cozy clothes.
cozy.
She lives in the tundra.
Are you wiping your face? Lives in the tundra. Okay. What do you have?
Knitting.
More knitting. If you're gonna get him off the couch, you need to take him out and make sure he goes potty. Talking about my puppy.
Okay, what you knitting, Rosie? Sniffy nose?
I'm
This is-
working on a hat.
I know. I'm really hoping the sniffles are not gonna pass. And we'll be gone by Thursday, Wednesday. So this is yarn that she got when we were in Tri-Cities together.
Oh, yeah, that was also a 2020 event.
Yeah, that's right.
It's also.
Also a hat. So she's learned to knit in the round and change colors.
Oh, good job.
There, let
Oh,
me-
that's gonna be a pretty little hat.
Are you gonna stripe it? Are you gonna, what are you doing, huh?
Trying to get.
Oh. Are you gonna change to the darker purple again
Yeah.
and stripe it all the way up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cute.
Is it for you?
For you. Yes. Yes.
It's gonna be pretty.
It'll be cute. Yeah, it's cute. Good job.
The nice thing about hats is they don't take forever to do.
I know you can kind of have a finished garment kind of quickly.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we have, we got a couple featured friends this week. So I'm just going to show them one this week and then we'll, go ongoing as in the order that I received them. So this week we are going to feature our friend Heather Miller, who we featured this project a while ago, and it was like she had done one of them, but now she's finished a whole set of 7 day of the week tea towels. I'm making sure that that's right. Yeah, tea towels. So I'll go ahead and put the picture right here. I finally finished them. My dream of stitching these little sayings has come true. The pattern was from the Cross Stitcher magazine, April 2005, by Linda Orme, O-R-M-E, and Wendy Petros of Forever in My Heart's Designs. So that's the designer, Forever in My Heart's, using 28 count mushroom Lugana. She modernized the pattern with variegated floss, but she kind of wishes she had left off the Sunbonnet Sue because she had to stitch that 7 times. I'll show you, Mom, just so you can see, like every single one has the same girl on it.
Yeah, you know, I'm one of those people that doesn't like to stitch the same thing twice or knit the same thing twice, except for cowls, apparently. So I could totally embrace that sentiment. I probably would have.
Yeah.
Been
Even
like,
though
really?
they each look different because of the different threads, I would have also gotten very tired of stitching those. Yeah.
Good job sticking with it, Heather.
I know. And she offered to pass that chart along if anybody wants it. So why don't you leave a comment? It'll be like a little bonus giveaway, but only if you're willing for me to just pass your address on to her, which would be, I'm fine with doing that, but don't leave a comment for it if you would rather me not pass that. This is Heather Miller. She's in Canada.
She would mail it. Yeah, she said she would mail it if anybody wanted it.
If you're interested in it, it would not be the whole magazine. She's just removed them from the magazine and they would come in a page protector. So if you're interested in those, you can leave a comment that says sunbonnet. We'll just use, use the word sunbonnet. Like you're interested in the Sunbonnet Soup, days of the week, tea towels, and we can draw for those like in our next video, and it's like a little bonus giveaway. So thanks, Heather, for sharing those. Great job. They're super cute.
Super cute.
I'm gonna write down sunbonnet so I don't forget that that's the word that I'll be hunting for if anybody wants that. So yeah, thanks for offering to pass those on.
I know, that was really sweet.
Sweet.
Super sweet.
All right. Well, what have you been working on this week?
Well, I was going to show a previous knitting finish.
Oh, fun.
But I'm really quick looking at I can't remember who the designer was.
Please be home by 5:30.
Oh, okay. Yes, it was by East London Knit. So I didn't know she did a knit vent. So several years ago, I did this pattern, and this is actually the color, kind of the colorway she did. It's called Boreal Forest, which if you look up Boreal Forest, there's Boreal forests in Germany. They're a certain kind of forest. I forget what kind of forest they are, and there's some in Russia. Anyway, so it's this cowl, and it was the first time I ever had done any kind of color work. And I brought it out the other day because it was cold here.
Lydia would like that. She would think that was really pretty.
And I wished it was a little wider because, you know, I complain about that all the time.
Yeah.
But it was nice. I wore it Monday night to Wednesday night. It was super cold here and I was running up to the store. And I didn't want to wear a big fluffy coat or anything because I just running into the store, but I wore this and it was nice and warm. But Boreal Forest by East, actually, Brene Callahan.
Renee. I'll put a link to it in our show notes below.
But it was the first time I'd ever done color work like that, and I really liked it. And the yarn I used was a really affordable yarn. It's called Kenzie, and you can get it. Skacel, you can get it online. Skacel sells it, but it's a really nice. It's almost like it's a DK, but it almost ends up like a worsted, especially with color work because it's almost double thick. But I thought I didn't wear it at all last winter. I don't know why. I think I forgot it. I had put some of my really heavier, more heavy knits. I have a couple really heavy warm shawls. I had put them in a different kind of closet and they got kind of covered up by other stuff and I forgot about them. So anyway, if you're interested in doing color work, it was pretty easy.
That's pretty.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my finished object. I didn't pull a cross stitch one because
that's pretty though.
Yeah. What have I been working on? Okay, well, I've been working through some of my magazine monthly stuff, and I did work on this. This is a Pineberry Lane, and it is called. It's called Miriam Bright. This is a copy of it because I'm keeping the original nice and pretty so I can pass.
Oh yeah, I remember you starting that.
Yeah, and so I did work on this quite a chunk of time, It's pretty faint because it's very tiny, but I basically finished, I think I had done just a little bit of this garland. And so I finished the garland. Well, I got to do some more snowflakes, but
Yeah, that's pretty.
yeah,
That's a cute one.
it is a cute one. So anyway, I worked on that because that was part of my magazine monthly goal. I haven't met the goal yet, but I'm getting there. I need to work on my other whip goal. I haven't pulled out sunflower fairy, but I'm kind of not in the mood for sunflowers right now.
I know, it's kind of hard to work on summery stuff.
My 25/7 piece was this freebie by Shepherd's Bush called Happy Christmas to All. I don't have a color picture. But I did the sheet and I filled in the windows.
Cute.
About it. All I have left to do is the word Happy Christmas to all, or to all, and a couple more heart. There's like a heart. And that's about, oh no, I have a little bit of a berry garland that goes down here.
Cute. I printed that off, but I didn't start it.
Really cute and simple and fast. I mean, fast, you know, as fast as I could stitch. So I did give that some love. I didn't necessarily hit 25/7 every day, but I did my best.
25/5.
I worked on my Dreaming Miss Claus by Barbara Anna. If you're not familiar with that, again, I don't have a color picture, but she is fantastic. She has white hair.
I remember you showing that you were going to start this.
Yeah, so I basically just
you did a lot.
Well, this was all done.
Oh, it was?
I basically just did those.
You did the snowman.
This guy.
The piece was already done? Oh, for some reason I thought you just had a couple snowmen and a tree. Oh, you had more done on it than I realized.
Yeah.
Cute. That's really
I'm
cute.
actually at a spot where I think I have a couple little houses to do. No, I don't. Oh, I don't know how I want to do this because she's up here and I'm working this direction.
Oh, that's the bottom of her hair.
Yeah, this is the bottom. And so the bottom of her bodice is going to be over here, right? And her hair is going to be up here going that way. But I hate counting going this way for big things.
Why don't you just do like 100, like on your height, do 100, a square of 100. And then do like just over one row and then you can go back or something like that.
Her hair is crazy. That's the thing. Her hair just.
Or you could do, you know how I've done this with my Shores of Hakron Hollow borders, those tiny little X's I have to do on that on that fabric. I'll do half crosses and then every 10th I'll do a full cross so I can count all the way across easier.
Yeah.
You might be able to do that going left. You do your half crosses.
I could
do one, or you, I don't know. I don't know how you can do that.
See, like I'm looking at where her hair starts here.
Yeah.
Swirly.
Oh yeah, it's not really.
Like I'm right here. Like I could start her hair. I guess I could start her hair up over above the peace sign. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
And work that way. I was thinking I was going to have to go up and try to work.
You'll have to count left.
Yeah, but it's not in the middle. I like starting on ends.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I guess that's more it than anything. Yeah.
What's on the, wait, show the pattern again. What's next to you've done
I've done.
And the little snowman.
I've done this.
Well, why don't you just do the houses and then the bodice and then work up?
I could. Like, you know what? Did I put that snowman in the wrong spot? No, I didn't. Okay, you just can't see the big tree.
Yeah, it blends in a little on the.
Yeah, on this black and white. Okay, I was thinking, oh no.
Yeah, you've got the big tree in there, right? And snowman.
Yeah, little tree, big tree, snowman. Anyway.
Or you could just do the hair and work over that way.
I could do, yeah. I've got options, I guess. I hadn't really looked at it that closely. I was just thinking, oh, I got to start this white hair. I so love white.
Yeah, it's so fun to stitch white.
So much fun. And I think I'm going to change it. I feel like she has you using
the white
3865, but I think I'm going to do her hair in B 5200.
Yeah, that'll pop.
Yeah, I want her hair to pop more. So that was some love. Some love. I feel like there was an I didn't stitch though. Then this was a pathetic amount of stitching, but I did work on my November. I need to get crack-a-lacking on this. My November square for my calendar.
You've got, well, thankfully you still have another whole week and a half.
I know, I better get going on it. That got a little bit of love. I don't know. I've just kind of been all over the place, I feel like. I worked on my Vivaldi Four Seasons Winter Girl, but I am nowhere near where I should be on this by now. I did her hair, started her hair, but she's got a lot more hair swooping around.
Snowflakes are really cute though.
Yeah, but I need to get going on her if I really want to have this done. Well, I mean, technically I wanted to have it done before winter, but
yeah,
life.
Winter doesn't start till like, you still have a long time.
Month, December 22nd, I think. Yeah. And the other piece, which is my focus piece for the month, is to work on this piece.
Yeah. Did you find the color you were missing or just go back?
I did. It is sitting right underneath my monitor here. Oh. But I tell you, this back stitching is no joke. Kind of tired of it after a while, so I don't do it. But I did work on it.
Maybe that should be your 25 this week.
It should be. I know. I did all the back stitching on this guy, and I did this. But there's like berries that have to get put on there. I still have words down here and a couple of birds that are 1 over 1. I thought I was farther along. I thought the back stitching would not take so long, but it's hard to see. Like this one's going to take a while. That heart, those hearts in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love it still, but it's just taking me a little longer than I thought it was going. I thought, oh, I could get that done this month. No, it's not going to get done this month. I don't do it. And then the last piece was kind of it's not on any of my lists. I just felt like working on it.
Yeah, that's doable.
It's my free Told in a Garden Angel Girl.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So I did, let's see. On linen. There's a ton of different greens in here. So all these white areas are white or red Krennic that have to go in there.
Oh, wow.
But I'm filling in down in here now. I kind of stopped somewhere here. There's like 2 or 3 colors of green in here. Those 502, 503, 504. I worked over here on her arm. Cute. This is Whisper up in here. That's why her neck isn't done.
Oh, like the collar of her dress or something.
Yeah, I didn't want to deal with it. So this takes a little bit of time. There's a lot of counting on this to fill in the right colors. I think this is her other hand. But so I worked on this several hours actually over the last 2 days, and I made myself go to bed last night because I had told oh yeah, so we had talked last week about that we were getting a new family member.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that yet. And
baby Cassius was born on Tuesday morning, and everybody's doing great, but life with 2 children, one of them is 2, is a lot to adjust to when you're sleep deprived and you've had a C-section. So anyway, I went over there to their house the last couple mornings and just helped out. And I think the other grandma was going over this afternoon to help out. But I would have stayed up later last night and stitched, except for I told them I'd be there around 9, which meant I had to get up at 8.
Yeah. So you weren't going to sleep in.
So I didn't. I was a good girl. And that's really about all I've stitched on, I guess.
Yeah. I had birthday party stuff going on this week.
You've had a lot going on.
So I decided that my 25/7 that I just mentally 25 days a week, I'm not like posting anything related to the hashtag, but I am working on Rosie's sweater that I'm knitting. I don't have the picture, but I've showed it before. The pattern is called TUK, and I'm getting
you made a lot of progress.
Yeah, it turns out that working 25 minutes on it every day, you actually make some steady progress. Imagine that.
I know.
So I'm working, here's this, one sleeve, one shoulder here, and it's a cardigan, so I just kind of have it bunched.
Yeah.
So I can't remember. I probably have about 20 more rows till I separate for the underarm. And I think you put the sleeves on. waste yarn or whatever.
Yeah, and
Back
pick up
on
later.
those later, but then it actually will go faster, I feel like, because you get all those sleeve stitches off.
Yeah.
And you actually have fewer stitches per row. So I'm enjoying it. And did I talk about what I ended up deciding to do with that color?
You
The
were
fact
gonna
that-
add that row, that other
Yeah.
skein in every so often.
which I'm liking how it's looking here. I'll show you. Can you tell? I mean, you can kind of see because it's like the brighter section is that, but it doesn't look jarring. It doesn't look like
No,
part of it.
Looks
So
like it's
every,
part of
like, I'm thinking every, this far, I'm about ready in another row or two to do
Yeah.
another.
Oh, I think that's a smart thing to do.
And here's the back, so you can really see I think this yarn is super cute. It's a Hobby Lobby yarn that they're no longer carrying, and I'm wondering if it's because they didn't have consistency in the dye lots.
Yeah.
So I had gotten, I think I had 5 skeins of the ones that look like this,
Mhm.
and 1 skein that looked like this. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a
Are you
significant.
sure it's the same one?
Well, they had the same name on the label, so unless it was just
Okay.
mislabeled, but there aren't any others that looked like this either. It wasn't like
Okay.
there's another. So,
Interesting.
and the colors are similar, like it's easy to find a spot to join them, because I just find a spot that's going into the yellow,
Uh-huh.
tie them together with the like invisible knot thing, and then so that's, yeah, I'm enjoying working on it. It's just straight, it's mostly just back and forth purling each row.
That's a fingering weight yarn too, isn't it?
It's a fingering weight. No,
What size needle are you using?
I'm using like a
Oh,
4, maybe. It might be DK. I can't remember now. I don't have the yarn label with me. It's in my other knitting bag. All the other
okay.
yarn.
They don't carry a lot of DK. That's why I was
It's
wondering.
whatever that. Yeah, it might be fingering. It probably is, but it's
They
a
carry
pretty
most.
plump fingering.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty plump fingering though, if it is.
Yeah.
It's not a really delicate soft.
Do you have gauge? Did you do a gauge swatch?
I should check the gauge. No. I hate doing gauge swatches. I'm lazy.
I know.
I will check the gauge, but it's looking about the right size. So
Well, I just say that because I know most of that yarn is fingering weight, but they do have some DK
with
weight.
the DK, and I just can't remember now which.
Yeah.
I chose the weight that it was hard to find a pattern for this weight, which is what's making me think it's DK or one of the less common. Maybe it is fingering, and it was I can't remember now.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a pattern with all the specs. Like the weight had to be right. The quantity of yarn that I had to be right.
TUK.
TUK. She wants a hood, so I wanted to make sure I found one with a hood.
Oh yeah, that.
And what I ended up doing is picking this pattern, and then I think I said this last time, I'm gonna get a complementary color to do the hood and the sleeve cuffs in, so like a solid, because I don't think I'll have quite enough yarn to do it all in that variegated, but I think that might look kind of cute to have a solid hood. And then the
For
band,
fingering, you're using a fingering.
yeah, it is a fingering. Then the band going up around the hood, I'll do the variegated color.
Yeah.
Hood itself, I'll do a solid. So that's what I've been knitting.
Uh-huh.
I did work on my I've been working through my magazine monthly goals, and that's I'm just picking one. Let me pull up my picture. Oh, yes, there it is. Oh, I forgot I was using my knitting companion pattern to track my progress on my knitting.
Oh.
I totally forgot I did that. Okay, so here's see if I can get it to rotate. Here's the Annie Stagg painting that the Haid that I'm doing is based off of.
Uh-huh.
And I'm working in that top corner still.
Mm-hmm.
I got about 200 stitches done on that. For me, that's about an hour of stitching, or 2 hours of stitching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just it's kind of hard to see because of all my parked threads, but here is where I am.
Okay.
I'm working up this direction now. This is the height of one of the pages. So now I'm finishing, going off that way. You can kind of see the leaves. Can you see the leaves? There's a stem here and a couple of leaves kind of coming off of it. Here's another leaf.
Yeah, I can see the leaves now.
So I like pulling that one out now. I think working with Pattern Keeper is so delightful. It really.
Yeah, I need to get going. I probably won't touch mine until after Christmas.
Yeah, but it was one of my magazines that I had chosen.
Oh, okay.
No, and then I have 2 other things. I worked on my focus piece for that magazine monthly is my stockings that I'm working on, and I decided to go ahead and start stitching my stocking. This is a Rosewood Manor cranberry row, and it coordinates with the one I've been working on for my husband, Jesse. And so I stitched this row of trees, except for I ran out of 502. So I need to get another thing. So I'm missing one tree on that row. But
Started just in the middle of it.
I started in the middle. I decided that was going to be where I wanted to start.
Okay, there you go.
A row of trees and little yellow doodads. So I started that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing I worked on is a finish. Sorry, my neighbor's out running, which is unusual. The dad.
Oh, maybe he's running away from somebody.
No, he's like clearly jogging. I did have that thought, like, is he running to the mailbox in a hurry? Or
Sunday, no mail.
He's got like running clothes on. Okay, the last thing I finished is my Snapperland.
Oh, that's been a long time coming.
Oh, way too long, really. One kind word can warm 3 winter months.
Oh, that turned out so cute.
This week I did all those snowflakes and words at the bottom, but everything else was done already. So it is completed. I think I might need to add, no, I can't remember if it calls for French knots on the snowman's eyes. I think it doesn't, but now I'm wondering if I need to go back and add something to this little guy.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I can't remember.
I would think they might, but maybe not.
This is a Bent Creek. 4 different, I only have one of them in this pouch, but in this knitting bag or project bag, but each pattern looks like this. And so I just stitched them across. And then there was a free border that Mom got at Stitchville?
Yeah, I bought the whole thing at
Got the patterns for me. I have some color substitutions. So I think somewhat I stitched it out of stash a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it.
Of the little ice skating.
For sure, the blue is a substitute that I used. This is Fisherman's Wharf, I think. No, it was not Fisherman's Wharf.
Blue jeans or
blue, what is it? Dungarees.
Dungarees.
That's not what it called for. I can't remember what it called for, but I just used some of the ones I had. This is a DMC. The words I used 869. They're similar enough that I felt like they coordinated, but I didn't have to go like hunt down.
Remember you lost the brown one time and you couldn't figure out what in the border.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't figure out what color you were using and all the drama over that piece.
Yep.
I brought that back to her in spring of 2019. I don't know when you started it. Winter 2020 maybe.
Write down in my. I need to make a little stitching journal. I probably started it pretty close after you gave it to me.
Yeah.
And then I worked on it just a little at a time for a long time. Now it's done.
They had that. So if you bought the pattern, they would give you the free border. So
yeah.
Which I love the border. The border just kind of does it.
It pulls it all together and it's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's everything I really worked on this week. I really wanted to finish that. But
yeah. Are you gonna frame it?
I think I'll frame it. I think I'll just frame it if I can find a frame I like somewhere. Yeah, probably. I hadn't really even thought about it if I was going to make it into a pillow or, oh, I have a couple FFOs. Wait, did I show them last week? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah.
You did.
I did. So that's everything. I don't have any haul, but do you have any haul?
I don't. No.
Yeah.
No.
Holiday time, I don't do a lot
The
of.
haul, yeah, the haul I have is actually stuff that I've been buying for Christmas gifts for people.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Did I buy anything for myself? No, I didn't. I bought some needles.
Ooh, fancy.
I did get ambitious though. Okay, so talking about knitting, I've always wanted to knit myself a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
I started the sweater back 6 years ago when Dad had his knee surgery. And I wanted this certain sweater and I wanted it. It was a fingering weight. And I went down to my little local yarn store at the time and they were like they carried a lot of beautiful yarns, but they were a lot of specialty yarns, a lot of German yarns. And I bought this beautiful maroon forget what brand it was, but it was very light, and it's got kind of a little bit of a fuzz to it.
Mhm.
And it is a pain in the butt to rip out because it's sticky. You know, when you get that fuzzy yarn, it kind of, well, I started that sweater. I was bombing along. I was doing shaping. I was really learning a lot. And then the last time I really looked at it, I realized I had, and it split, you know, on the sides for like a little hem split. Somehow when I did that, I ended up, I don't know what I did. I didn't count right. I have like 60 extra stitches.
Oh,
Yeah. And I don't know what I did wrong. And I've got, you know, marker, you know, stitch markers and stuff. And my sleeves are on waste yarn and it's just a mess. And I thought, I don't even want to finish this. I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know what to do. So meanwhile, I kind of shoved that aside. And then a few years ago, after that, I bought some Mirabilia, and I started a boxy sweater. It's a really popular pattern on Ravelry. There's a worsted weight version and a fingering weight version. I started the fingering weight version. It's a very boxy, just cozy kind of the sleeves come down and kind of end right here. They're kind of funky little sleeves. Everybody was knitting it. Everybody told me it was really easy, and it is. But because Mirabilia is kettle dyed, whatever that means, and it's hand dyed. You know, the dye lots all vary a little bit. So in order to avoid striping, I'm alternating rows with 2 different skeins. So that's a little extra. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled it out. I want to work on it, but I thought I really just want a plain sweater. I just want to try a really plain sweater. So I went on Knit Picks last week, and I was looking at because their yarn is pretty affordable.
Mm-hmm.
And I did buy yarn, and I got that yarn for like $2 something a ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got enough yarn. I think I have enough to make a pullover. And I have a couple patterns saved in my Ravelry, but I think that yarn's coming this week, and it's a bright green. It's like a limey green color.
Whoa.
It's the only one that was marked down to $2 something a ball.
And do you like it?
I do like it. I think it'd be really cute with a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard to tell online really how bright it's going to be. It might be super, super bright, but I thought, you know, it was super cheap. I think it came to like, I don't even know what it was, $24.
Whoa.
Yeah. To make myself a sweater at my size. That was, and I thought, okay. And it's cheap enough that, you know, it's kind of a learning sweater because I clearly don't know how to count. How do you end up with 60 extra stitches?
I don't know. Are you sure you read the pattern when you thought you made a mistake? Have you gone back and double checked that you?
I'm sure I did at the time. I should look at it again. The pattern is not super well written. I mean, it's well written, I think, if you have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
But there was a lot to sort through on that pattern. Anyway, but that hasn't come yet. But that might come this week.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
I don't know. Your dad's gonna say,
what are you doing?
I'm buying more yarn, Kim. Because I packed all my other yarn up.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little like, what are you doing? You just packed away all that great yarn.
I very rarely bought enough yarn though. I never bought sweater sets worth of yarn. I always bought just single skeins of yarns that I liked for like hats or mittens or scarves or cowls. So I mean, it's just kind of $24.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. But that hasn't come yet, and I just don't think I have any other haul. I mean, I bought lots of stuff, but it's not really craft related.
Yeah, well, that's all right. We don't have to have haul every week. Doesn't matter.
I mean, I did buy haul for giveaways, but
yeah. Oh, that's true. What are your plans for this week?
Well, I need to go get your grandpa.
Yes.
And my dad back down to my house for the week. But I'm not going to get him till Wednesday. I took Wednesday off from work, and we have Friday off. So I survive.
Get through.
I'm doing Thanksgiving basically alone because I'm not going to make Kelly, who just had a C-section, bring something.
Yeah.
So I was trying to. I need to poll the few little members that are going to be here, if people really want like sweet potatoes. Because if people aren't really dying to have that, I'll eliminate that dish.
Yeah.
So I'm a little. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. But anyway, so I've got that to do, and I usually decorate the day
Yeah.
after Thanksgiving, but my dad will be here, so I probably won't.
Mhm.
Saturday, I take him up for his brain MRI in
Mm,
the afternoon at a hospital that's between my house and his, and so
mm,
I won't get back till late. So maybe I'll start decorating next Sunday. I don't know. I really like doing it the weekend, a long weekend.
yeah.
I always do it early because I like my decorations.
Yeah.
But it might not happen till the next weekend. So,
Mhm.
I continue to keep crafting. I'm gonna still work on my magazine monthly.
What do you have left to get done on your magazine monthly?
Well, I need to do just 15 more minutes on Merry and Bright. Oh, only 15 more minutes.
That's not bad.
2 more hours on Four Seasons Girl. I need to finish the November square on my hour a year.
Hmm.
And Dreamy Miss Claus, I think I have 2 more hours to do on her. And then I still have my Sunflower Fairy. I need to do 4 hours on her.
And how about you? Does that all include your WIPCO stuff?
That is my WIPCO.
It's your WIPCO.
I
Not your
finished-
magazine monthly.
Huh?
Not your magazine monthly.
No, she's not on Magazine Monthly. I didn't put it on there.
Oh, right. Okay.
I could have. I would have put her on there for like F for gift, but I needed to do our year anyway, and I put Falling Leaves on that.
I see.
Yeah, but I finished, last week I showed my Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow WIPCO that I had finished. So I might work on that tonight, just knock it out or knock half of it out.
Yeah. 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 I mean, you could
Yeah.
totally do that.
But I don't have any other really extraneous plans. I mean, I really need to wrap a bunch of gifts and get them in the mail to
Mhm.
your siblings that live out of state now.
Mhm.
But that might not happen till after
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
You're also thinking about the first holiday that comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? You don't have any birthday now?
We are, fine, that's done. So we're traveling to Spokane on Wednesday, and we'll be there, I think, till Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember which day we're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We are don't have any school, don't have any ballet, don't have any robotic, no co-op, everything is canceled. So this is the first week where we have really completely free other than our traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't be working. So there's all kinds of time I have on at least Monday and Tuesday. I'm hoping to, and I've done Thanksgiving the last several years here because we had a house and a place that we could have. My husband's siblings is the only holiday we really do together. And they would pretty much almost all, some of them didn't come, but the majority would come. And I would I wasn't doing all of Thanksgiving food, but I was doing most of it, partly because it's hard to travel with food. And so people would bring pies and some, the Brussels sprouts, some traditional things that they always have. But I had to do the turkey and the potatoes and all that. I don't have to do anything this year. Everybody else was already filling everything in. And so we're bringing mashed potatoes and I don't even have to make the gravy. And I was like, this is kind of wonderful. I have not had a Thanksgiving like this for a long time. And I'm kind of excited about it. So we're just going to go and we'll just do that there. And I'll probably bring some other food for the meals. Wednesday night, I'll probably offer to help.
Mm-hmm.
We'll eat some leftovers through a lot of the rest of the week that we're there, but I'll probably bring some cereal or some, stuff to eat for breakfasts and lunches and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually really nice because I haven't had any time to do any of that kind of shopping this year.
Mm-hmm.
The birthday party falling the Saturday right before. So it was a really fun day and that's done. I'm kind of thinking about decorating Tuesday night while the girls are asleep for Christmas so that they wake up with it all decorated, even though we have to leave then. But then when we come home, it'll all be at least partly done. And I think that would be really fun to surprise them, but I'm not going to tell them that. And that's going to hinge on whether we get packed and I'm hoping to really use Monday, Tuesday to get a lot done.
Yeah.
In terms of just packing, and the house is pretty clean because we had to clean for the birthday party. So we already.
Are you leaving Wednesday morning or is Jesse working?
He's working some, so we're leaving Wednesday afternoon. He's working very part day, I think, but so we'll leave early Wednesday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. You've got
as far as my stitching, I will be bringing, I'll bring whatever I don't get done today through Tuesday, but I need to do 2 hours on my Shores of Cochran Hollow for my whip go. But I finished my stocking square, which was 2 hours on my stockings. That was my other whip go goal, which gave me not another bingo. Never mind. Nope, no other bingo.
Oh.
But I need to do Shores of Cochran Hollow. So I actually might pull that out and work on that tonight, especially now that my Snapperland is done. That was kind of my priority this week, was to finish that. Then I still have 2 more hours on my turkey day, which I'm excited. That's kind of a fun one to work on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I have another hour on my Haid and another hour on my stockings. So I could probably hit all of my magazine monthly this week.
Yeah.
Especially if we're traveling, I stitch in the car.
Yeah.
I might knit in the car. Knitting is a little easier in the car. It depends on what project I'm working on.
Yeah.
But then when we're visiting over there, we kind of just spend a lot of time sitting around. We play games and stuff, but when we're just visiting, I often pull out my cross stitch and I work on it for a long time. So yeah, those are my goals. And I kind of want to start planning out my cottage garden samplings plan for next year, because I've decided that that's what I'm going to do. I saw it's Tubi Stitch, I think, or it's T-O-B Stitch is her handle on Instagram. I am totally spacing on her first name now. Remember? I'm just going to show it. I hope you don't mind if you watch it. I don't even know if she watches. I can't remember. Let me think here.
You used to, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why we follow each other. Christina is her name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's T-O-B. Oh, because of her dog is Toby. So it's T-O-B, Toby.
And this, what she did was fantastic.
Let me just show it. I hope if she's watching, I hope you don't mind. So she is stitching the ones that Opal, can you stop making that sound? She's stitching, I think these are the ones I have. Yeah. All on one. And she outlined them all with the colors that they will be, outlined, they're edging in. And then going in and filling them in. And I was like, that answers how I've been trying to think about how to do it. Because I kind of wanted them all on one piece if I could manage it, because I think it's so stunning. And then I could work on it a little bit every year, in each month until it's done. Because I don't think this is a project I could do all of in 1 year.
You're going to do it on one piece?
I think I might. I loved it that much to see this.
But turkey won't be on it.
Is turkey from this year? I might take the.
Are you doing next year's or this year?
October, November, December. Okay, turkey's not on this one. Oh, maybe these are all this month. Oh, this is this year's. And I think I have last year's. So I might, but maybe I'll just substitute in the beaver instead of the turkey for the one on there. You're right. Turkey's not on there. I've always, and I'm not going to restitch that onto a one big piece.
Yeah, you could do one of the other ones.
But I think they're probably all standard sizes together. I'm not 100% sure. Year to year.
I bet they're close.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the measurements and see if I could substitute in the beaver or something, since I already have the turkey.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm doing these ones. I have the other ones that Julie Dixon sent me. So
or you could do I think the fox would be great for November.
Yeah, I could do the fox. I can't remember what the January one is that I have. I'll have to look and see, because I think these are this year's and I have the last year one. Here, let me look up.
But I mean, if you were going to substitute one of this year's in for last year's.
Right.
Those would be great.
Oh yeah, that's true. I could just put the fox in for that month.
Whichever one you like the best, but.
Yeah, I could just pick any of the ones that are kind of fallish and put it in. I have a time for all seasons, which is the year, I think this is the year before.
Yeah.
I think these are the ones I have. That sounds right. Yeah, because I have strawberry harvest. Let me see if I can find.
And this year is what? Something in the woods.
This year is, the woods. Come on. Go back. Cottage garden samplings. I just saw. Maybe it was on their menu. Oh, it's on the menu. Did you see their new snowman one, by the way?
No.
This year is a year in the woods. This past year, and this coming year, they only have the first one really released. I'll just zoom into the one that's already.
You mean for like 2023?
Yeah, they're all snowmen. So here's
January. I did, but I didn't understand. Are those all completed?
No, underneath, I think they have something on top where you can only see a glimpse of the color and pattern underneath.
That's what I couldn't figure out.
So this, I think it's got something laid.
I thought these are really weird looking snowmen.
See, I think they have something like a printed something, a paper that looks like fabric, so that it hides what the actual design is underneath, but the idea is that they're all snowmen.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the girls were very confused by that too. And I was like, no, I think that it's showing probably that there are probably.
Yeah, I looked at that, I thought, these are really weird looking snowmen.
I think they only have released the first one, which is this beautiful red and
it's sewing. Has he got a sewing machine?
Buttons, yeah, sewing machine, pin cushions, scissors, quilted. His coat is quilted.
Yeah, I totally looked at that and thought, well, gosh, the first one looks really great, but the other ones are kind of lacking.
What's wrong with those? Why are they so weird looking? When I looked at this one, I figured it out. I was like, oh, they have something over top because you can kind of see the continuity of the stitching underneath. But yeah, at first I was kind of like, wait, what am I looking at? And then I kind of zoomed in and was like, oh, I see. They just have some.
I don't have great spatial ability.
So that's the 2022-2023 one. That's 12 designs.
I caught that either.
12 months, but I'm not doing that one. I'm going to do the first one they had, which is, yes, honey, go ahead, which is Time for All Seasons. Those are the patterns I have. So yeah, I'll just have to figure out what I want to stick in instead of the turkey.
I think somebody's going to be disappointed though. I remember somebody, it might have been Gail from Gail's Golden Needle, hoping that there was going to be a Santa released this year for the December, but it wasn't. It's a reindeer, I think. It's a Santa, your year. Your year has Santa.
My year has a Santa. Let me look. Mine has the Christmas. Yes. Oh yeah, the Santa.
Yeah.
I might do his beard white though instead of yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do a yellow beard.
Yeah, and I do have the turkey. But they have, I feel like, some other Santas. But yeah, not necessarily that could fit in there. I love their patterns. Like, look at this cute Halloween one.
Yeah, that is cute.
You just have some cute patterns. So all that to say, one of my plans coming up in the next couple weeks is figuring out what fabric I want to do that on, because I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't try to do it all in one. I could do it spaced and still just outline it. I just need to decide what I want to do. I have to sit down and figure it out. The problem with doing it all one big one is I'm not sure I have a great spot to display that in this house, because I already took up a big spot with my snowflower.
Well,
I'll have to think about it.
Maybe take your whiteboard down and move your whiteboard and put it in your kitchen.
My kitchen. I don't have anywhere to put it in my kitchen.
No, take your whiteboard down.
But there's nowhere in the kitchen to put that. I don't really have any space on the wall in my kitchen. Oh, I guess I have right above the stove, but that one.
What about right behind your head? Next to your whiteboard. Is your whiteboard all the way over?
No, yeah, maybe I could do that.
Or you could just get yourself individual fabrics and just each month outline them.
Do them and outline them and then pull them out month to month.
If you don't want to do a big one.
Yeah, I guess what I liked was just that it was outlined rather than starting on it and just getting 500 in one section. I kind of loved the idea of outlining and then filling in is just such a different feeling to me.
Yeah.
Like coloring, you color.
Yeah.
It's not that important to make a decision about right this second, but that's one of my goals to think about going up, because I do think I'm going to try to do that this coming year. I didn't really have a year project this year, which has been fine. I haven't felt aimless. My Haid has been kind of my big one to figure out. That was my goal this year, was to figure out how to stitch a Haid. And now I feel like I know how, and I just have to do it diligently. So.
And if you're new, I am doing the Pine Mountain monthly pieces.
Yes, which you've showed, and I think you showed in the last video, so you can go see them.
And I don't have any. I need to place a 1, 2, 3 stitch order for something I forgot to order the other day, and I'm going to order another one of those. I'm missing 3 months.
Oh, you don't have all of them yet.
I think I'm missing August, September, October, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, just order them once in a while. So anyway, yeah.
Are you reading that Christmassy story? Did you end
No,
up?
but I'm just about done with Love from London. I'm like, I was trying to finish it last night and my eyes were just closing and I'm like, put it down, just put it down.
Just
Sleep. But I'm like, I don't even know, like 92% done, which the last 7% is always really fast.
Yeah.
And I can tell that the story is starting to wrap up. So, but so I'm going to start my Christmas one as soon as I finish it. Maybe tonight. Yeah.
I finished my Inheritance Game book by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I have the second one on hold. Total cliffhanger. I mean, there's like a little bit of closure, a little bit like advancement, but then it also raises a ton more questions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of fun. So I have the Hawthorne Legacy as the next one because the family name that the man that she's inherited all that money from is the Hawthorns. The Hawthorne Legacy is the next one, and I think I should get it in about 8 weeks. So it's not going to come until I'm like 4th in line for it. So I am, in the meantime, I went back to reading the Silmarillion, which I'm like 2/3 of the way through now.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the History of Middle Earth by J.R.R. Tolkien, and I am enjoying that one, but it's not the same fast-paced, gripping book that I also finished, which is fine. I mean, me, I have a hugely eclectic taste.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been picking up at night when I'm reading. And I got a couple magazines. I realized that on that Libby app, do you have Libby through your library? That's how our library does ebooks. Yeah. And I have it now on the tablet you gave me. And I also have Libby on my phone. So I can read on my phone or I can read on my tablet.
Oh.
But I got a couple magazines that way because like our library doesn't always have a ton of great magazines. And I also, I don't know, like they get cluttery. I don't know. So I got the Better Homes and Gardens cookie magazine for this year, Christmas cookie. So that's been kind of fun. It's really pretty and they have lots of fun cookie ideas. So I thought maybe we'll pick a couple and the girls and I can do those after Christmas or after Thanksgiving. And then I also got the Pioneer Woman Christmas edition magazine. So I'm kind of making a foray into more ebook type things than I really had before. But I didn't realize I could get magazines that way, which is fun. I like to get magazines at the library because then I don't just have them sitting around on the shelf, but I love to look at magazines and the pictures. And
I think I've gotten a couple digital
magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
But I think on my phone, it wasn't very fun to read.
Yeah, it's been more fun on my Kindle, like what you have now.
Yeah.
You could easily get Libby on that and connect it to your library account.
Right.
I was disappointed because I've always gotten Martha Stewart Living. Not always, but that's the one I usually like to get if I'm going to do a magazine. Mm-hmm. And I had a subscription this year and it went under. There is no Martha Stewart Living anymore. Well, it's all online. But it didn't switch to a.
So is it just
no, it's not even a magazine. No, it's not even a magazine anymore. They're just going to focus on more online options, like online. They're just done doing the magazine, I think.
You know what?
Oh, it switched my subscription over to Food and Wine, which is all no offense if you're a major wine expert, but it's all kind of way more hoity-toity wine stuff than I ever will do. And so I
just got the same notification because I was getting that. It's been around forever. Magazine called Reminisce.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. Yeah,
I loved it. I don't know if anybody else that watched this ever got it. It has articles. Well, when I first found that magazine 10 years ago, it was all stuff from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. People would send in pictures. There'd be a theme for the month, and they'd send in little vignettes about growing up or their family, or there'd be wartime stuff. And then as time's gone on, it's the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So it really started hitting my childhood and the 70s. They're done. And so my subscription is getting moved over to Reader's Digest, which I used to like Reader's Digest, but
it's not even close to the same kind of magazine.
No, I don't like it. And I've seen Reader's Digest in the library. I've seen them on the newsstand. I pick them up and they're cheap and the paper is crappy and the articles are not, it's not what I want. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I want my magazine.
I know. It's like, I got Martha Stewart Living because it's beautiful. Like I love the cover art. I always put the old issues out for that season in my guest room when I have guests come because it's kind of pretty and fun to flip through. I was like, Food and Wine is just like getting like, it's not like the photography is not beautiful or whatever, but it's not what I bought Martha Stewart for.
I know.
And I'm not even like I'm not like Martha Stewart fancy high living.
I know what you mean though.
But I felt like it was, I loved to look through it, and it was one of the few like luxuries that I paid for myself like that. And
I know, sorry.
It's not that big a deal. I was irritated, and I just don't want that other magazine, and I don't know what to do because I'm hoping they don't like auto renew or something. That would make me mad.
Sure. They might.
I have to figure that out.
I'm not sure when mine's supposed to renew anyway. I went to Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher. I went to their website to try to link to them to my Elfster list because I was going to ask for that subscription for Christmas. There's nowhere to subscribe to it on their website. I could not find a subscription button on that website.
That's weird.
I was going crazy.
Why would that be?
Go back. You can scroll down and buy back issues.
Yeah.
You can buy digital issues.
But you can't start a subscription that way?
No, I couldn't figure out how to do it.
There's got to be a way.
You have to look at it and see if you see. Yeah, that's a magazine I would want. I don't know what's out there anymore. I know a lot of magazines went under. Yeah. Online stuff.
Yeah.
But magazines I just think are harder online. They just are. Or in digital form.
I like the ones that I kind of chose because I can flip through them, and then I wouldn't necessarily pay for a subscription for Better Homes and Library in order to get their cookies. Yeah. But I wouldn't necessarily want a digital subscription of a magazine because I have to then find my Kindle, sit down and choose. Whereas a magazine, I just leave on the coffee table and I pick it up and flip through a few pages.
Note in there, and there's something about getting magazines in the mail anyway. I like.
I think so too. Yeah.
When we were when we went and visited your Aunt Sharon, one of those times we went down to New Mexico, she went to get her mail. She brought her mail in. She had I think 6 magazines. They were all great magazines too. I'm like, oh wow, 6 magazines.
That feels like such a luxury to me.
I get Simple Living, just because it was cheap on Amazon. I subscribe to it, but I don't.
If you don't even look at it, it's probably
not much. There's a couple of I don't know. I should go.
And I'm kind of picky. Like I don't want ones that are just going to be like makeup ads or like not ads, but the whole thing is about makeup, and I'm not interested in that. A cross stitch magazine, maybe I should look into some of those more.
Yeah, I would rather have that or cooking magazines.
Yeah, I also used to get Cooking Light, and that's another one that went under, and they switched it to Eating Well, which isn't the same. So I don't get. And then I just don't get that one anymore. I used to really like that one, and that's not in print anymore either. And that was another time where my subscription was switched over. And Eating Well just did not have the same.
Taste of Home? You got Taste of Home?
No, I should look into Taste of Home. I might like that one.
Their stuff is not, it's good. It's not always healthy.
Which I liked about Cooking Light because it was like recipe. I didn't cook that much from them, to be honest, but it was fun to flip through and get ideas and feel like, oh, maybe I'll make this. And then I just go online to my favorite food blogs and use those recipes.
Yes. Yeah.
Speaking of which, the birthday cake I made for Liddy was from Mel's Kitchen Cafe, and it was her best chocolate cake, and it was super good and very moist and crumbly. But what was really the star of the show for me was her best chocolate buttercream frosting. It is to die for. Yeah. Cake is fine. That frosting was real good. So I'm gonna
do a layer in between.
I did a 4-layer cake.
Wow.
And 2 of the layers had strawberry jam, and 1 of the layers had chocolate. So it went, the base, and then strawberry jam, and then a layer of chocolate cake, and then a layer of frosting, a layer of cake, a layer of strawberry jam, and then the cake with the frosting all over. It wasn't super beautiful, but it was kind of pretty. Maybe I'll try to put a picture at the end.
When Dad and I have been watching on the Food Network, we watch holiday baking championship, and we watch Holiday Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And the holiday baking championship. So we watch, there's always a fall edition, which just ended, kind of the Halloween. It ends on Halloween. Then they do kind of the fall Christmas. So it's Thanksgiving into Christmas. So it's a longer season. But one thing that I just never knew until I've been watching this for several years, but one thing that just fascinates me, and I don't bake cakes often enough, is what people's expectations of a professional cake are. Like, you need to have like mousse in the middle, and you got to have, but they have, like lots of different fill, like multiple fillings in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like, I used to just make a single layer cake, throw some frosting on it, and call it good.
Yeah. I like to do a couple layers. I made 2 layers and looked at it and thought, I think that maybe my round pan was a little bigger than the recipe called for. I didn't measure it because I couldn't find my ruler at the moment. And I was like, I got to get these cakes baked. It's Thursday night. I need them to. So maybe that was Thursday night. Friday morning, I got up and looked at it and I was like, this cake is going to look pathetic. It was like 2 very flat, like they were only like, an inch thick. So a layered cake that's 2 inches isn't like very birthday, like woohoo. So quickly Friday morning, I baked 2 more when we were doing school. Or then we did school. I went to work. Then Saturday, I decorated it. That way we were all cool. They were kind of crumbly. That chocolate buttercream, and then the layers. And then I piped a little frosting around it, and I used, I have a cookie cutter. Basically, it was a flour, and I put it on top of the frosting and put sprinkles inside of it, like a mold, like a shape, and then removed it. So it looked like little flowers of sprinkles around the top. Yeah, it was cute. I was thought, that's a really creative idea. Good job, Sarah.
And they stayed in place when you took
I kind of like pushed it into the frosting just a little bit. They kind of like, a couple of them kind of scattered out when I lifted up the thing, but no, it stayed pretty good. I'll put a picture on the end. I took a picture of the top.
Follow Sarah for more baking tips.
If you don't know how to make I was like, what am I going to do to decorate this? She kind of wanted berries on top, but I didn't remember to grab. And also, I didn't grab fresh berries, and I wasn't going to use frozen berries. I could have done like a drizzle, I guess, but I didn't get to that. So,
well, you know what next you need to learn how to do is how to do a mirror glaze.
A mirror glaze, right? Like on the baking show, that's what I need to be doing, is a mirror glaze. And see, we are watching British baking show, and there's, I think, only the champion, what do they call it? Finals.
Final.
I think it's the last one to get released. I don't think it's out yet.
We have not watched the new season. We're kind of saving it for when there's nothing else on to watch in the middle of winter.
Yeah, that's what we're watching as a family, along with each release of the episode. It's a good season.
Yeah, we've been watching The Voice. We've been watching Lego Masters. Dad loves that show.
We'll watch that when there's nothing else. Like,
we've been watching The Masked Singer, but it's not as good a season as the other seasons have been. I
can't get into that show. It seems so ridiculous to me.
It's ridiculous.
It's like a little too much for me. And also, I don't know who any of the celebrities are usually.
Well, and this season they're just doing like,
I'm like, ooh, that's not a cool reveal, because I don't know who that person is.
Yeah, I usually know who most of them. I mean, I don't guess them right, but I usually know who they are, unless they're sports figures. But
I don't know.
Had some like legends on, like Aretha Franklin and those. I mean, I know who they are, but this season's not been that way. So they changed.
I realized that Aretha Franklin is still living.
I think it was this. Yeah, maybe it wasn't her, but it was one of those legends. One of those singers. Several of them are still.
She might be, and I just didn't.
No, she is still alive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was on one of the seasons.
I don't know why I never thought about the fact that she was still.
Drew Carey was on it.
Oh, he's funny.
Was he in it? Yeah, I think he was in it.
Oh, that show he used to do, the Whose Line Is It Anyway? He's not in it. Like, they travel and do improv in theaters. They're coming to Yakima this winter, like in February, and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of fun. It's not him, but I don't think Wayne Brady is in it anymore, but the other guy, Ryan.
Oh yeah, the guy from Bellingham. One of those guys was from Bellingham.
Oh, I don't know if I remember that.
One of the original guys.
I think he travels with them. Anyways, I thought, that might be fun to go get tickets too if we can afford it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think Wayne Brady is. He's on Dancing with the Stars right now, and he hosts.
Yeah, his career, guys.
Yeah,
he's got a stage career, and
we're watching that too. Dancing with the Stars.
Oh yeah.
We can't stand the hostess. Can't stand
Yeah.
it. We basically spent the whole evening yelling, "Shut up, Tyra," at our TV.
Sounds like a riveting evening.
Such a bad hostess. But what has happened, it usually happens, is there's a couple of people that I don't really know who they are, but they come on. Like one of them's a teen TikTok star. Her and her mom were both on it. Her mom got voted off, but she is amazing, the daughter. I mean, I watch it basically.
Dancer.
Huh?
Is she a TikTok dancer? Is that what?
She's kind of done some TikTok dancing, but she had like ballet, I think, as a child. But she's just stunning. I mean, she's stunning. And there's a bachelorette on there, Gabby something or other, and it's beautiful. I watch those two, and you think you're watching one of the pros. Like so that usually happens. There's usually a couple people that they bring on that just ends up being like a real favorite, and you look forward to seeing them. But they brought Alfonso Rivera on from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as a co-host, and he's helped the show a lot. He kind of tamed Tyra Banks down because she was.
You're probably getting some bad ratings from her.
I think they were, and they went to Disney now, so there's no ads, so it's kind of nice, no commercials. But he's fun. I always liked him, and he was on the show several seasons ago. I think he might have won, and he was really fun to watch. You know. So anyway, that's just we alternate between those things, and then like NCIS. Just kind of what else?
We started a new one. It's a psychological thriller, so it's real cool. You would probably like it. It's called The Devil's Hour. It's about a woman who I'm going to be really careful not to give anything away, but she wakes up every single night and always kind of has at 3:33, which apparently is called the Devil's Hour, after a nightmare or a really intense dream. But she has a mom who I think is diagnosed schizophrenic, and a son who is probably schizophrenic, but I don't know if she's a super reliable reporter about his, because I think she also is not very stable, or
something's not quite right with her.
Yes, she kind of sees visions or hallucinations, and you're not really sure which is which. And anyway, it's really, we were like, oh, let's give this a try. Like sometimes you're just like, oh, that sounds like an interesting premise, and we put it on, and we were just like, whoa, that's good. Like that was really interesting. We're like 2 or 3 episodes in, and we're totally hooked. I have no idea where it's going to go.
I still have to watch The Watcher.
Oh, that one is hard. Oh, The Watcher. No, I was thinking of The Witcher. Yeah, The Watcher.
I'm not watching The Witcher.
The Watcher is good too. You should watch
The Watcher.
No, I don't watch The Witcher. It's too, I think it's too violent for me. A little too much.
Yeah. So
anyway.
See what our life is.
TV and books and cooking and
magazines that go out of print. And a little cross stitch thrown in for fun.
Yeah, you can see how dark it already is. It's only 4:15 or 4:20 here. Like,
yeah, sun's gone down here. It's clouded up here too.
I mean, it looks actually brighter out my back when that window behind me than it is.
We might actually get that rain.
So I had to turn my phone's light on to give myself a little bit more light. But I should go.
So wait a minute. What's that guy's name? That weather guy? Don't forget to link him.
I'll link him. It's like Pacific Northwest Weather Watch.
Okay.
You'll like him. Okay, well, thanks for watching.
Oh, wait, we have a giveaway.
Oh, we have a giveaway. Oh my gosh, we got all chatty and forgot about the giveaway. We have we had 2 giveaways last week, and I, in my cleaning, misplaced the quilt pattern. It's here. I just couldn't find it in a hurry before we started recording, but I had the quilt pattern. So the winner of the quilt pattern with the baby, the laundry day, is Heather Miller. And then Mom had that sunflower angel. She can't find it.
I can't find it. I know it's here. I didn't get rid of it.
You can, if you want to see what it looked like, you can always go back and watch the end of our last video. But
it's in a really special spot. I put it in a really special spot.
Safe and can't remember where it is. So the winner for that one is Cheryl Tattersall. So congratulations, both of you. I think we have both of your addresses, so we will try and send those out. Mine will probably be after Thanksgiving. My car is in the shop, so we're down to 1 vehicle, and Jesse has taken the one to Portland. So it's kind of a weird feeling because we always have 2 cars. It's weird to.
The truck not working?
Yeah, no, it needs work. Yeah,
it's not reliable.
Also, the back windshield is out. So.
Oh, that's right.
That one is just a work truck at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So those are our winners. Congratulations. And
Yeah.
you have another giveaway for this week.
I do. This is by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitching. It's called Christmas House. It's chart 9 of 9 in the Houses on Peppermint Lane series, which I did not know it was part of the series, but I just saw the pattern and I really liked it. And it is cute. It's got a little sleigh on top. I think it's a sleigh.
Yeah, it looked like it was a sleigh with, I couldn't tell if Santa was in it.
I think Santa's in it.
I think Santa's in it.
Let's see if
And a little reindeer. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then we got the snowman guy. He's so cute.
It's cute.
So if you are interested in stitching this, and it does call for weeks, dye works, but she does give a DMC equivalent.
Nice.
Use the word December. We were thinking December started right away.
Yeah, right. When she said, let's use December, I was like, yeah, because next week it'll be December when we record. And then I zoned out for 10 seconds and realized, I'm like, wait, no. But remember too, you can use the word sunbonnet if you are interested in those patterns from Heather Miller from the Sunbonnet Sue. So either the sunbonnet or you can enter for both, either both, and December or sunbonnet.
Yes.
So we hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving if you're in the US, and if you're not, we hope you have a very happy week anyways. And thanks for joining us for our long chat today.
It was kind of a long one today. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Happy stitching. Yeah, let's start. Okay. All right. Welcome to Stitch and Stuff. What are you doing?
I don't know. Messing with you.